What's up, everyone? I'm Melissa Smith, author of Theory of Rebellion and soon to be many more books. And this is the Black Alternative Author Show, where we talk about things that affect Blacks, alternatives, and creatives, which we all fall under the category of.
Oh, there we go.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing so good. Oh my gosh. I feel we've never done a live together. I always just have been an audience member for both.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing the live at the last show, because I haven't been to a show in a long time, so that was nice.
I'm to a show. I'm waiting for my ride to get here to go to a show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have to plan to go one someday.
I hadn't been since November. I'm ready to get back to another show. I've been around those peoples.
I don't think I've...
Hey, how's it going, Gabby?
Oh, Gabby, right? Oh, so cute. Hey, babe. No, for sure. Like, being at Pitchfork was just like, there was a lot of fucking people, and even just getting used to like just being around a lot of people, a lot of strength was hard. God, like there's a shit ton of people here. Like it's just stressful. But
I haven't been to a show since before I had my son.
How many years?
My son is 7.
7 years.
It's probably been more than that. It was sometime before he was born. The golf club that I used to go to, they would have shows there. And then there was a club like down the street from there. They would always have like little shows and stuff. I don't remember the last time I went to a show, but I know it most definitely was sometime before I had him. The last time I attempted to go to a show was when Paw Patrol came to town.
Not Paw Patrol.
Like, that's been my life now. Like, that's the closest to a show that I plan to go to. I did end up going to like a drag show, but that doesn't count as a concert. I don't think Paw Patrol counts either. But the drag show wasn't planned, but I did go, and it was cool.
Patrick, what was the last show you went to?
It was In This Moment, Blackville Brides, and this band called Dead. Like, yeah, it was lit. It was lit.
I've been wanting this moment so badly.
I did the little VIP meet and greet thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, hey, Pat, what's going on? I was like, oh, my goodness. And so it was like, yeah. It was like, I'm ready to get back. I was supposed to go see Alkaline Trio last week, but I got sick. And I miss shows.
Yeah, 311's coming to Richmond soon. I'm like, I need to plan now to go. If I don't make my plans now to make sure I go.
I was supposed to go to Blue Ridge Rock Fest in September, but our family planned a trip to Miami. It was like, at first it was like, oh man, I'm missing Blackville Brides, I'm missing Slipknot, I'm missing all these cool bands, but it was like, oh, Miami. So it was like, but yeah, I'm ready to get back. I hadn't seen any bands since November, and I'm ready to go. And I know I'm pushing 40, but I'm ready to get back in the pit. It's been like, I hadn't been in the mosh pit since I was I'm gonna say since 2016, and that's been too long.
I've never been in a pit. I'm not sure if I ever.
You have a pit cherry.
Huh?
You have a pit cherry.
A pit. Oh. Well, like I used to joke that like my students had like a pit, so I've been in that pit. the 4-year-olds. They just bounce off of each other, pushing them. I'm like, they're in a mosh pit. And I'm like looking down at it. Like, this is the cutest little mosh pit ever. Then eventually they get too rough and I gotta pick them out.
The mosh young.
I used to leave shows back then. And before I go to the show, I would post like a picture of the flyer, and then after the show, I would post like a picture of Icy Hot. I'd be like,
not Icy Hot.
Kampachu has some stories about pits.
I used to be sore as I don't know what. And then back then I was 30, 40 pounds heavier. And so I was like working out, so everything would hurt afterwards.
Probably.
I think I was in my early 20s and they used to have this big show down in Choco Bottom. And Cake was like one of the last bands to play. And the mosh pit got so bad, security was pulling people out. And I'm like, y'all are moshing to Cake. Like the band that covers disco songs, y'all moshing and busting heads in. Like people were like bleeding. Like there were trials of blood moshing to Cake. I'm like, what are you people on?
Now, when you said Cake, I didn't know the artist that you were talking about. I was thinking of this Bob's Burgers episode where Bob is like obsessed with like a troupe that does like
Patty Cake.
I was like, the hand guys? Oh my god.
Cake is kind of like this is very like mid early 90s band, and they cover I Will Survive. Like it's like a jazzy, it was kind of like that big band feel type thing, like the jazzy. There's like a 3-year era in the 90s where like big bands and jazz was like mixing with like punk and stuff. That's what Cake was. I'm like, this is essentially a rock jazz band, and y'all busting heads, got security pulling you out, dripping all the way through the crowd. It was a huge crowd. I'm like, why y'all watching the Cake?
I made the mistake. I thought to myself, a rock show. A show I can go to. I went to see, it was like Terror, Jesus Peace, and it was some other band. I can't think of the other band. It might have been Knocked Loose. But man, I didn't know what, like, I'm in the front of the stage recording. I didn't know what hit me. And I was like, all I saw was somebody's foot, and then all I heard was, "Oh my God, Pat, are you okay?" And like, my glasses got knocked off. I had a headache for 4 straight days.
Oh wow!
And the person that promotes the show, she's like, "Pat, I meant to tell you, but this is the difference between metalcore shows and hardcore shows." And he was like, "I know you like to record, but if you come to a hardcore show, you may want to stay as further away from the peak or as further away from the stage." But the guy that ran that venue, oh my goodness, he was so cool about, like, I was hurt if my mom picked me up and was like cursing, but like he was like, it's like he got me ice, he got me like super glue for my glasses. They were coming out there checking on me every so often. And like they even called like days later, like, "Pat, are you okay? How's your head feeling?" Like the kid that did it, like everybody there was like, the kid that actually did it, he was like, "I savate kicked some black dude's head off his shoulders. He shouldn't have been there. This is my spot." And because like the people that like some of the kids who were in the opening bands, they was like, "This is not cool, man. It's not cool. You should not be doing stuff like this." But he was like, "I don't care. Like, I crowd killed." And
was
it's like,
that concert outdoors?
No, it was in a building. It was in a building.
that's in a building, if there's a mosh pit, if there's enough people and it's hard enough music, you can't like claim stake to any place in the venue. Like people are gonna be moving, everything shifts, like there's waves, like that's just the way that it goes when there's a lot of people and people are like you can't like, oh, this is my spot. Like not really, because in a couple of minutes you might be all the way over there because whatever the hell. Like I hate that they have
like it's just no seating with like tickets that have your number on it.
Like in my face, like apologizing, but then when he got online, he bragged about it. But what's dumb is like he stage dove in a spot where, like, normally when people stage dive, they stage dive to crowd surf. He stage dove in a spot where I was the only person there. Oh, and so he knew what he was doing, and
that's the complete opposite of the point of diving into the crowd.
Right.
A crowd, not on one person.
Right. And especially when you see that person's recording. Obviously, they're not hands-free to catch your ass.
Right.
I don't think he was trying. I don't think he was trying for me to catch him.
No.
And like, this guy is a friend. I mean, and I'm gonna say friend in quotation marks. But he brags about doing this stuff, and bragged about doing it for 10 years. About like knocking people on their ass, so to speak, at shows. One of them.
Those are not goals. Like
it's not. It's really not. But he said he loves to crowd kill. He loves to do all this stuff. But it's like I don't. My thing is like I see him at shows. My thing is to stay as far away from him as possible. I saw him at the Blackville Brides show in this moment, but he said it's not that kind of show. You don't have to worry about me doing this. It's bro, just go, just go.
Well, I used to go to shows with my band. This was like 20 years ago when I had a band, and they would be like, "Stay away from the mosh pit," like. And I was the oldest in the band, and we would stay like in the back. We never really played a show ourselves, but not for real. Like we would have like shows for like family and friends and stuff in the house. But we were a garage band, huh?
That's still a show.
Yeah, in the playroom, was surrounded by toys and stuff. Yeah, we were like most of them were. I was actually the only one out of high school. Like it was the year after I graduated back in 2002. So everybody else were like still like seniors in high school and stuff. We were still kids, but we would go to shows together, and like I didn't really feel comfortable going older because I didn't really have friends to go with. So I really liked going with them. Well, when I was older, I would go to clubs that I went to all the time. So there was a lot of other people that I knew all the time because they were always there. But yeah, they would be like, one of our friends that wasn't in the band, she was studying to be a nurse at that time. And when people would get pulled out of the mosh pit, like bleeding and stuff, she would pull us out of the way and tell us AIDS. Like, that's AIDS, because you never know if it's AIDS. So you got to stay away from it. I had really cautious friends.
Oh, yeah.
We were... I mean, the only thing we weren't cautious about was like sugar intake. We were eating cookies and candy.